I'm also not running the 2-mana Murloc, but it would stop the Kelesef synergy, so it makes sense. Can't really argue with this hand. There's so many interesting things that I need to work out with Lynassa Sunsorrow. So, question 1 is, when you adapt a friendly minion, do you get the adapt? Do you get to pick the adapt again for Lynassa, or does it just assume you want the same adapt? Because in theory, I feel like it should let you choose again. Because it says cast the spells, so it feels like it casts all the spells afresh. Doesn't mean the order you played them, and then we get where we get. We'll have to see. Again, I'd have to draw Lynassa to actually figure that one out. Oh, Kelesef on curve. Feels good. Again, we're not getting the maximum amount of value out of Prince Kelesef, but it's not the biggest stress in the world because we've got a reasonable amount of minions. We're not losing a ton. Admittedly, the Murloc that gets you spells back is quite useful, but quest completion's not been an issue at any point. Weaving a hero power because curve is key, and this is not the buff you really want to throw at an egg because there is a fail case where you get like stealth and can't be targeted and +3 health, all of which are just not good. Divine Shield on a 0-2, not good. So if you can avoid playing adaptation on that, then you'd rather you could. Unless it's a 1-3 egg, the Eggy Dream. This is pure memes, this build of this deck. Again, I don't even think I'm building the most legitimate version of Quest Paladin. And Quest Paladin is not legitimate in the first place. But, anyway. There's so much space to explore in this new expansion. There's so many interesting things we can potentially try and do. Little bit awkward trade there. Not what we're after. Elemental? I never even thought. Elemental Paladin's got a buff as well. What's that Elemental Paladin got? Heal you for free every turn. 2/4 for 3 mana. So much space to try and explore. We are terrified of buffs. So what's thought process here? I think we can make that trade. Again, as much as I'd like to, I'm not allowed to buff my meat wagons. Oh, that anti-synergy. Sunsorrow. And it's a pretty decent chance of drawing it as well, because we're only running 4 eggs. 4 eggs in a 1/1 that should be like a 20/20, so... Maybe the egg package makes no sense. Probably makes no sense. Ugh. But then look at that Devilsaur egg value. Again, see what we get. Sunkeeper to Ream. Not bad now, but certainly a ton better when I can do some Firefly stuff alongside it. So play this. Set of minions attack and health to 3. Blessing of Kings. Again, synergizes bad with Lynassa that we've never even seen yet, but we know it's in his deck somewhere. So might go Blessing. Gives us something interesting to do next turn. Sets herself up to do the Sunkeeper Terrain thing a little bit later on. Might have to break your rule of no crafting legendaries. The Rune Spear is so unfairly bad. Have you actually tried to play with it then? Because again, it's been a card I've been looking at. There's a million cards, so little time, so many decks to build. But I've been... you actually get overloaded. Yeah, there were a rule change a while back. Yogg-Saron made that rule change a thing. Where it used to be considered Yogg-Saron has cast the spells. It's now considered that that you've cast the spell as part of Yogg-Saron's effects, which means any time basically that a minion casts a spell, it's as though you've casted it. I can't remember exactly when they changed that, but there were a time when you didn't get overloaded from Yogg-Saron playing Lava Burst or Elemental Destruction or whatever else. So, I mean, that said, in a very controlly Shaman, if you exclusively pick the board clears and self-heals, it can be reasonable. Again, I'm trying to defend the card, and it's pretty hard to defend, but there is ways in which it's not just purely bad. Again, we're thinking about the Sunkeeper turn that is coming up soon. Kill that guy off. He's not going to pop X for us, is he? So, stay as we are. His spells are so bad. I'm going to have a look. What are the spells in Standard? What are the spells in Wild? I'm not claiming it's ever going to be a good card. Shaman. Deck Builder. Shaman. Again, I'm using the greatest website in the world, Hearthstone. Taught me all I know about building bad decks, and really, really easy to use. I would suggest getting on it if you aren't already. Bang. In terms of synergies, what's scary to have to deal with? Probably dudes. Again, he's not going to run either at synergy cards, but he might just randomly find one. So, I'm looking fruit spells here. I'm looking at page 1, Ancestral Healing, awful. Totemic Might, awful. Hang on. There's probably a way to filter by spells and I've not figured it out. Could nullify this guy, seems reasonable. And then Spike Reach Steed, one of my 5/5s.
Which path to choose?
Again, do I care about losing some of my small stuff? Feels like such a good Aldor, but it does mean that that dies to. Right, what you got in your locker? Equality, Consecrate, or Bust. But yeah, so I'm looking at first page of spells. Earth Shock, shocking. Pardon the pun. Ancestral Healing, bad. Totemic Might, bad. Evolved, bad. Finders Keepers, okay. Fort's Lightning, good, because it actually does what it's meant to do. There's so many that are just randomly targeted. Some say enemy minions, some say... I'm looking at big board clears basically as ways to justify it, and the big board clears... Lesser Spellstone's not bad. Volcano's good. Bloodlust is okay. It's just... I'm struggling, I am struggling. 14 health, is he dead? What does killing him look like? We won off lethal, great stuff. We'll be playing Lynassa Sunsorrow next turn. Don't concede, please. Let me play my ridiculously big minion. Again, we'll get to see if adaptation works. I think it works as well. Don't concede. Please don't concede. Please. Please, one time, don't concede. Never ever been more excited to see the quality Consecrate. Right, good. He's still well and truly dead, but he might actually let us do his Lynassa. Yes, get in. Don't concede. Right, cool. Cool. Adapt's random. Okay, that's fine. Seems legit. 10/16 with Poisonous for 7 mana. Summon a 2/6 taunt when it dies.